Thinker Television, brought to you by Sportsman's Warehouse, America's premier outfitter. Coldwell Banker, every day till it's sold. St. Croix Rod, the best rods on earth. Evinrude, spend more time on the water. Good morning. Welcome to Fishful Thinker Television. I'm the show's host, Chad LaChance, and I appreciate you joining us. Speaking of joining us, in the boat today, Mr. Chris Stewart. Chris is the coach of the Colorado Eagles hockey franchise, one of the winningest franchises in all of sports. Loyal fan following. Chris, what do you expect out of the day?
I expect a lot of fun. If we catch some fish, I always consider that a bonus, but really this is a beautiful day to be out on the lake and really looking forward to it.
It should be great. This guy's used to winning. We're on a place called Water Valley here in northern Colorado. Great fishery. We'll talk more about that as the show wears on, but this is going to be fun. We're chasing wipers, we're chasing largemouth. Got a beautiful late summer day. What do you say we catch some fish?
Let's do it.
All right. Similar to hockey or any other sport, stick and ball sport, a little bit of fundamental stuff. 3 fingers in front, 1 finger behind. Catch the line with your finger here. Open the bail. Follow through just like golf. Point the rod. Let the bait hit the water and close the bail and go right to the reel. I'm told fast, so we're gonna reel really fast. And we're not gonna pause. We may mix it up a little bit, but
Do
fast.
we bring the rod over the left shoulder, or does it matter?
Really, it's kind of where you're comfortable is. I can do it from any angle. For you to start off, I would go straight overhead from the right shoulder. So if you're a right-handed caster, I would go here. I would go 2 hands. You ever try to hit a hockey puck with 1 hand?
Yes.
Can't. Yeah, well, okay, but you probably have. But most guys can't do that very well. So I'm gonna recommend 2-handed. Just throw it, close the bail,
Okay.
and go right to the reel. And then you're just gonna reel. And what's gonna happen is they're gonna knock the chrome off this thing if they want it. I mean, it's just gonna absolutely park it. So it's not gonna be, I think I got a nibble or any of that. They're just gonna absolutely blast it. And it's really gonna be a speed thing. So you're gonna wanna leave anywhere between, did you see that swirl on right here? You're gonna wanna leave a little bit of line out. And when you go to cast it, and really you can steer the bait, that'll trigger bites. You can just steer it around a little bit just to make it erratic. But really the speed is what's gonna get you most of your bites.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Why don't you take a swing at it
Sure.
real quick and throw it that general direction. Let me get these out of the way. Let you throw it a time or 2.
All
So
right.
I put 3, at least 2, maybe 3 in front, and you want this line roller at the top like that. And then catch the line, open the bail, throw it that way.
Oh,
That's where the 2-handed comes into play. And keep in mind, no one is bringing you in the boat to be the expert. We're bringing you in the boat for entertainment value. You're in charge of enthusiasm.
Good. I can do this.
There you go. Yeah, there you go. And just close it and then go right to the reel. And really, it's going to be a speed thing.
Normally, I reel with my right hand.
Well, we can switch that to the other side.
There we go.
Leave it to the guy
There we
with
go.
What do you get? We're going to come down here and see about netting him now.
I'm bringing it in
Now,
hard.
Coach,
It's coming
there
in
you
hard.
go. Oh man, that's a nice one right here. Swing them around. Don't reel anymore. Just keep the line tight right there. Beautiful fish to start us off. A guy that's used to winning right off
bagged
the
it.
bat.
Nice.
That's
There
what
we
I'm talking
go.
about. Beautiful fish. Let me get that lipless crankbait.
Oh, I just had him by the lip.
Man,
Lipped him.
you're good luck. That's what your 3rd cast right there, baby. That's the 3rd cast right here in Water Valley, or 4th cast. Beautiful largemouth, nicely done. Who
Looks
says
like
you
a
weren't the
guppy to
expert?
me.
Now, if their winning percentage is what'd you say, 7-17 over the history of the franchise?
Yeah, you know what? Right now we're sitting at 7-17 overall through our entire existence, which is the best winning percentage in any pro sport.
That's
NBA,
beautiful. Let me put this guy back.
NFL, doesn't matter.
Well, see, your winning percentage is showing up right here because you've made, I think, 3 casts and got 1 fish, so that's pretty good. We'll take that for a start to our day.
We'll take that.
Let me show the folks what we're using here and why, because education is our deal, and I know as a coach of a franchise, I imagine that you are all about that as well. Very, very, very shiny chrome rattle trap. If you're a fan of Fishful Thinker Television, you have seen this bait before. As you can see, it's extremely sunny out here. It's extremely calm. Very, very fast bait on a fast action St. Croix rod, high speed retrieve, boom, right away got bit. Well done, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, I'll bring you fishing anytime. All right.
Let's get another one then.
That's the right answer. So for the first time in the history of Fishful Thinker, we are in fact fishing on private water. And we're fishing on Water Valley in northern Colorado. And why are we doing that? Because we have the coach of the Colorado Eagles in the boat and we can. No, that's a joke. That's not true. The reason we're here is because of the fact that personally, I'm a big believer in the fact that a private water system brings value to a community. And this particular community, Water Valley's got water all through it, but there's also communities up and down the Front Range of Colorado. I called the guys at Caldwell Banker and said, hey, you know, can an average guy afford a house in here? And the resounding answer was absolutely. There's inexpensive houses, there's high dollar houses, but the bottom line is the access to water is really key. And I think that more viewers than we realize do have access to some sort of private water. Does it mean the fishing is automatically easy? Maybe, maybe not. We'll see how it goes. This particular place is managed aggressively and we're gonna see if we can put that to work. Just because we're in private water doesn't mean the basics of fishing aren't exactly the same. And so it's hot. It's only probably, what, 9:15 or something in the morning. It's not, or not even that yet, and it's already hot out. And so one of the things that I'm gonna already look at is shade lines, the bridge that you've already seen here, definitely gonna look at some things like that. We know there's shad in this lake, so we're gonna use shad style lakes. I got the coach throwing a lipless crankbait. I'm working a walking bait. We're probably gonna work a few different baits to key on that. Geez, coach, why don't you give me a lesson too? Hey!
There you go.
Number 2, look at this. Now let me careful. He's gonna try to get me. That's another nice largemouth. Now, it's August, it's hot, it's very hot. You can see I'm already sweating. The lipless crankbait is very calm out, and normally a lot of guys don't want to throw it. Look, you knocked the chrome off that one already. Another beautiful. You want to kiss him?
No,
it's good luck.
Is it good luck?
Oh, all fishermen kiss their
Ben
fish.
would come kiss the fish.
Another beautiful largemouth. Because the water's warm, we're going to be relatively quick about getting him put back, but that's a really nice looking fish. Very indicative of what you can find here around Water Valley. Now, good coach, obviously good student as well, because fundamental thing, taught him some basic casting, lipless crankbait, very easy way to catch fish, high speed reel, got her done, huh?
Well, one of the points you made to me really quick that I'd never thought about before is you don't want to see that lure bounce off the water because it could get snagged up or fouled up. And so again, softer is better, just kind of dropping it in there and letting it come back to you, and it's nice and smooth, and it's paid off.
Yeah, absolutely. So already 15, 20 minutes on our day, 2 fish in the boat, beautiful. It's the way we want to get her started. I love it. It's great. Don't you wish your hockey was that easy? In all of fishing with artificial baits, a crankbait is one of the most fundamental and basic tools an angler has out there. They're easy to cast, they're easy to retrieve, they're easy in general to catch fish with, and a whole variety of fish will bite them. But not all crankbaits are created equal, and as an angler, it will help you to understand some of the basics of crankbait technology when choosing your bait. First of all, crankbaits all feature a diving lip of some sort. The longer that diving lip is, and the more pronounced it is in relation to the bait, as a general rule, the deeper that bait will dive. Also, the body of the bait, a big fat round bait will give a wider wobble than will a skinny narrow bait that will vibrate at a higher frequency. Some crankbaits have short little square bills on the front of them. They're less inclined to snag, they won't dive as deep, and the line tie is on the hard part of the front of the bait. That little square bill will keep that bait from hanging up, and with the line tie on the nose of the bait rather than the bill, the bait doesn't dive as much and therefore is not likely to hang nearly as much. A good all-around choice is something like slightly square billed like this flicker shad. It's not a full rounded bill, it's slightly squared. The line tie is closer to the nose. They're available in a variety of sizes and a variety of colors. But choosing the diving lip on that bait to match your application is the best way to make sure you get the right crankbait. Colorado Eagles, member of the CHL, is that correct?
Yes, I've been part of the Central Hockey League since our inception, and we've been around for 8 years now, and happy to say things have gone very well. We continue to sell the building out, and our season ticket base is about 4,400 in a 5,500 seat building, so we're very fortunate to be a minor league team here in northern Colorado.
So 80% of your tickets are season ticket holders? 80% of your sellout crowds? Wow.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are.
That's good loyalty.
It's been a loyal following. We usually have a 92 to 95% retention rate on those season ticket holders. So they love this hockey team. And we're, again, very fortunate because I think what it's done is it's brought some unity to the different cities here in northern Colorado. I think every city had its own little, you know, sense of pride in something that they did,
sure,
but they never had really anything that totally united them. Now we have Fort Collins, Greeley, Windsor, Loveland, all jumping on with the Colorado Eagles. What a great success story we've been a part of.
Things around, start to play some good hockey.
Another possibility, well, I've got Coach up here seining the water with his lipless crankbait and doing a great job with it. I'm going to try some of these deep pilings, and the reason being is it is summertime. It's late summer, and one of the things that can be really important is access to deep water for fish so they can get in the cooler deep water during the meat of the day. So we'll work a vertical bait on some of these pilings and see what happens. Controllability comes with the slower stroke, just like in golf and hopefully hockey, I don't know. But the rod is fundamentally different. I've got a faster action rod. This rod will bend only at the tip of the rod, whereas your rod will bend deeper into the rod to fit that stroke. You find hockey sticks, hockey players, how picky are they about their equipment?
You know, it depends on the player. If you have a scorer, he's going to want that stick just right. And it might be something with a lot of flex, might be very stiff, but it's dependent upon the player.
Let's sneak under this bridge and see what we can find on the other side. What do you think?
Okay.
I'm gonna go back to the hot spot here. They seem to be on the corners of this wall. One thing about fishing is we always develop a pattern. Well, you caught two of them on the corner of the wall there. And I've been bit twice on this corner right here, just didn't have the full package I needed to actually put them in the boat. So what that tells me is we'll work to establish that pattern or propagate that pattern. So we'll slide under the bridge and see who's on this side. Why we're fishing here specifically is that these are the types of areas that bass have cover. They have a variety of cover, meaning that they have a place they can sit and be comfortable, and they have access to deep water. This deep water right out here in front of this, you know, it's only very, very shallow along the wall right there, but you get just out off of that wall and they've got deep water again. So that's really what it comes down to.
You know, I have a favorite hook. I throw it in the water and I use it till I lose it, sort of thing. And I don't know if that was the right way to fish, but it was kind of the way we were taught as kids.
Right.
Hooks were expensive. Use it until you lose it.
Use it until you lose it.
Don't lose it very often or you'll be fishing with a worm.
Yep. Well, you know, the key thing, I mean, you asked about how long do I fish before I change something. Well, for me, it's about 15 minutes. I mean, realistically, these fish don't have a big brain. I'm either in a bad spot or I'm not throwing the right bait, one or the other. It's not, it's when I go to switch up and change my technique,
there you go.
then I will change something fundamental. Now, that's a decent fish right here. And I can probably just lift this one. He ate that crankbait. Now we'll get a hold of him underneath his belly. Get up in the boat. Easy.
There you go.
Easy.
That's just what the doctor ordered.
That was not the most graceful landing job I've ever done, but we'll take it. Now,
well done.
Another high five. Thanks very much. Now back to finishing my thing, you asked what I would change. Well, I will generally change from a fast presentation to a slow presentation if I'm getting no action at all, or vice versa. If I'm fishing slow and I'm getting no action, I'll go to a fast bait. I'll change up the speed of the presentation. The speed is often the trigger. This morning, we're not in a great feeding position. Our fish it's very, very calm. Another beautiful Water Valley largemouth. Lots of these in here apparently, huh? They have a big mouth on them. You ever look at the size of the mouth on those things? They can literally eat a third of their body length in one shot, no problem, or prefer to even. Beautiful fish. I'll look at things like a horizontal presentation versus a vertical presentation. Notice on those pilings, I was dropping a bait straight down.
Right.
Out here in this riprap, I'm retrieving the bait horizontally. I'll look at the erratic presentation versus a nice even presentation. You're just doing a nice even reel. I might take something that's real erratic to trigger bites as well. So it's the style of the presentation more than the specific bait that I'll change up. It may be, I may take that same bait you're throwing, only instead of reeling it, I may start steering it a whole bunch or yo-yoing it up and down, just changing the action of the bait. Keep in mind, they have little bitty brains and great big mouths, and so they're really designed to feed It's really just a matter of figuring out what it'll take to trigger them to bite.
You remind me of a defenseman I had last year when you bring that
My
up.
little bitty brain or what? Little bitty brain and a great big mouth. Fish think along the lines of efficiency. How much effort do I have to put into eating that versus how many calories do I get out of it?
Oh, so you're trying to school them that, okay, here's something new for you.
Here's something that's big and easy to catch and lots of calories. You don't have to swim very fast to get it. It's not threatening or intimidating. It doesn't have rattles. It doesn't have shine. It doesn't have any of that with it. It just has lots of calories. So it's midsummer. Coach and I have already caught some fish in deep water. Now we're in some real classic shallow water bass, and it's a great type midsummer pond or reservoir type deal. We've got a floating weedless frog. We've got a little shade patch back here. We'll throw this up all the way up in there, and we'll just twitch it a little bit and see if we can get a fish to come out of that shade, blow that thing up. I don't know if there's anybody home, but this is a really classic summertime pattern. We'll see what happens. We've got the boat in 15 feet of water, but we've got real shallow cover right there. And nobody got it that time, so we'll throw into the back deep, the very far back left corner there. This is gonna be an interesting spot.
Nice toss.
Can I be on your hockey team? Say no, because
that's gonna serve much purpose.
I was gonna say, I can't do that with a hockey stick. Oh, are you kidding me? I would have bet on that spot even just looking at it. Hey, hey, yeah, he's coming back. Leave it alone. He's not gonna help my fishing any. That's deep enough. If that bird just went in there and it's that deep, I can throw up in there. Get off of there. You're not helping me any. I find the fish are a lot easier to catch when you're not being attacked by fish-eating birds. So, you know, one of the things that you're a coach, you deal with athletes all the time. Fishermen may not be known as athletes, but in my mind, fishermen would do better if they stayed well-fed, well-nourished, and most importantly, well-hydrated all day. Now, it's hot. I mean, it's 90+ degrees out here today. Hydration's key. You agree with that?
Hydration's very important. If it's going to keep you on the straight and narrow, it's making sure you're hydrated. You think a lot better when you're hydrated.
Thinking a lot better. That's the right answer right there. Fishing is all about making decisions. Sport of any kind is about making decisions, making them quickly. Hydration is key to that, no doubt about it. Speaking of that, where's my bottle of water? This shad ought to be all over that current, especially this time of year.
That's what I keep saying. I don't know what the hell's wrong.
Holy smokes, he got one. See that?
There we go.
That's why we brought the coach right here. Nice one too, buddy. Oh, got him.
What is it?
Nice. Holy
I knew I was getting a bite.
Smokes, and I just called him on that, and I'm hooked too. I just called him on that, and I'm just gonna go ahead and tell you right now that I owe you an apology, because he's like, I get bit 3 casts in a row. I don't know, man. And no lie, I owe you one. That's a beautiful fish, the biggest fish of the day so far too. I can't believe it. Now, I do want to say,
you can't believe it because I caught it.
The
You can't
lipless,
believe it.
no, yeah, I just, you know, it's just you fish long enough, you get where you believe everything. That's a nice one too. That's a good chunky largemouth right there. Look, that's a big, thick.
You bit hard.
Beautiful fish. You sure you don't want to kiss it?
I'll kiss the son of a gun.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Look at that, nice in the water right there. Good looking fish, good color on him. If you let him go, he might jump. There you go. 7-inch gulp super worm. We got a shadow, we got a bridge, we got a bite right here. Got him, got him.
Got him.
And that's a hog.
Oh, yeah.
I knew that was gonna work. Oh, nice, come out from under the bridge. That's a nice one right here. Oh, baby. I'll lift this one, Coach. I appreciate it. Actually, yeah, I can lift this one. Yeah, now we'll bring him up here. There you go, net that one. Nice. Thank you, sir, for that.
That's the biggest one of the day. You nailed it. That's awesome.
How about that? Now, as you can see, we just drifted into the shade. It's literally pushing 100 degrees out here. Look how deep that hook is in that fish, too. That's what the gulp does for you. They've been nipping. They haven't been biting on the slower baits. I want to talk a couple things. Let me get this hook out and get this beautiful. How about them apples? Step back into the sun. We drifted under the bridge here at Water Valley. Golf course in the background. That is textbook right there, baby. Let's put this one back. How about them apples, huh? Oh, nice. See you, buddy. Oh, I love that.
That's a healthy fish.
That's a healthy fish. Here's the deal. Education. Steep pilings. We haven't caught fish on a vertical bait all day. It's been on the high-speed retrieves. But now we got steep pilings, we got high bright sun, we got a little shade, a vertical bait. That's 7-inch gulp worm. 7-inch gulp worm right there. It's a gulp super worm. Straight down the piling to the bottom. Boom, distinct little bite. Absolutely choked it. Midsummertime fishing, shade can be the deal. Vertical structure, pick your bait to match your cover. Got it done. It's like hockey, it's all in the strategy.
Can't say I didn't get schooled today.
I don't know. He got the most fish and we've been happy to have him in the boat. Coach, I appreciate you being in the boat as well. I want to say that one more time. Thanks for taking time out of your busy schedule. What's going on with the Eagles this year?
Well, right now we're in the mode of recharging this hockey club. We've got a big transition this year, a lot of new players coming in. Probably one of the key things that we've done today is we're going to have Andrew Penner sign his contract, and Andrew Penner is one of the best goaltenders in the league. He's going to give us a chance to win another championship.
You heard it right here on Altitude, Insider Sports on Altitude. Thanks very much, going to be a great year. Thank you guys for watching Fishful Thinker, and we'll see you next week. And otherwise, I'm kind of going to stay out of your way and let you cast around.
Wise idea to stay out of my way.
You're the only one that's caught anything, so at this point, we're going to leave you to be the boss.
Yeah, well, you might have a new earring if you get too close.
Well, it would be penance I've paid for sticking other people.
So I could tell my players, keep your speed down and your zipper up.
Oh, it came off. Are you kidding me? Oh, it didn't come off. That's like a guy with an open net and missing the shot, you know?
Yeah, you trade the son of a bitch.
Yeah, well, am I on the block now? Is that how that works?